You're listening and watching to a very special podcast. Here we have more on Katrina Salvatore. Enjoy. Katrina was running fast. She managed to find Gurin, who was angry from Briar's note. Katrina walked over. Gurin. Gurin glanced over angrily at Katrina. You did this. You know where she is, don't you? Gurin, please, I... Katrina said. She could still see the visions inside her head. Gurin was still shouting at her. Katrina? Where's you and Kimizuki now, Katrina? Katrina didn't answer, but she grabbed Gurin by his wrist and clutched at it tightly. Gurin let out a shriek. However, he saw the visions in his head. Katrina began to quiver, and she was shaking all over. She was beginning to gasp and pant a bit, but then she let go. And all of a sudden, she muttered, "Bree." And then she let out a scream. "Ah!" And she ran. She managed to find the place where Briar and the other two were being held. The others followed her. Katrina may have been fast, but they were quicker, and they managed to get to the building. Bree. She entered into the building first, found the door, and managed to get it unlocked, but then she ran and hid. However, she could see what was happening. It was all too very fast. Briar getting upset at Rosemary. Her powers were activating. Her screaming. Her agonizing cries. It was just too much to bear. Too much to witness, to see. But Katrina managed to hold her breath, bit her lip from screaming. She could hear those agonizing cries inside of her head. "Don't you dare get inside my head again!" And how Briar mentioned other people. And also hearing Briar scream, "You think you can just go and mess with my life? I got news for you, Rosemary. You tell your mother, Ophelia, this. You tell Ophelia Fury this. I'm coming after you, and I'm coming after her. You can pass that along to your mother." Just then, Katrina could hear the Japanese Imperial Army was coming. Oh no, not those son of a bitches. She managed to aim her gun over as she looked there, and there was Kureto Haragi, and she called out, "Hey! Kureto Haragi! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Eat this, bastard!" She fired a gun, not really targeting him or trying to hit him, but managed to scatter. Then she managed to motion Briar and the others to come. The Shinoa squad followed in suit. There was a lot of commotion, but Katrina managed to get inside and got everyone else inside and shut the door, locking it into place. Then she began pacing around. There's gotta be something else. There's gotta be something else. Gotta be something else. Oh my god. Briar was trying to talk to her. Cat? Cat, what the heck? There, cat, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. You stupid human, Mika said. Why do you have to go and do things recklessly? I swear, humans are really alike. They're full of greed and they're trying to use others. Oh, is that what you think? Katrina said and gave Mika a shove. You know something? You really need to start not losing your humanity too much into us. We humans may be greedy. We may be foolish. But here's another thing. You think you know us so well that you would think that we're heartless monsters. But do you ever pay attention to the kind-hearted ones? The ones that really try to save you? However, they could hear the commotion from behind the doors. Briar said to Katrina in a gentle voice, "Kat, don't be afraid." "I'm not, Bree. It's Farid Bathory and Karata Horagi who should be afraid of me. That's who they should be afraid of." Briar said, "Kat, listen. I'm sure we can work this out. I know we can. I don't know if I even want it. Do you ever want to have your sense of freedom for once in your freaking life? Does anybody want to?" Katrina said. She began ranting on and on about this, even though some were confused, but Briar knew exactly what she meant. Katrina finally noticed the Shinoa squad, despite her insanity, and managed to say, "All right, you're all here, right?" Well, we are missing one, and that's Narumi Makoto. Yeah, we'll get him. But quick," Katrina said. She was trying to open the doors. She successfully did. And she beckoned them to say, "Quick, come on, grab my hand." This shocked everyone. What? What? I don't, what? Come on, Bree, everyone. Why don't you come with me? Let's go someplace where there's no vampires or any other humans. I know a really good place. Somewhere calm and somewhere nice. Bree thought it was a wonderful idea, but alas, she couldn't. But Katrina understood. However, the soldiers managed to break down the door, and Katrina was gone in sight. But Katrina was agonized in her hiding spot as she heard the Japanese Imperial Army were trying to arrest the Shinoa squad and Briar and the others. That's when Katrina made a risky decision. "It's not them!" she cried out. "They had nothing to do with this. You want me, I'm the one you want. It's me." They all were trying to look around, trying to figure out where the heck did she go. It wasn't until Katrina popped out and she saw Briar and the others were on the side. The soldiers were closing in on her when all of a sudden Katrina spread her arms out and she exclaimed, "It's me! Up here!" They were closing in, and she cried out as they all fell backwards while she said, "It's me!" She was high up in the air, levitating, and then she continued to holler, "Can you hear me, Moon Demon Company? The Japanese Imperial Army and the Vampire Extermination Unit, as well as the other vampires. I am Katrina Salvatore. You probably don't know me, but I know you. I know all of you. I know every single one of you. Cruel-hearted. You think that vampires and humans are so different from each other, but you're wrong. They are alike in some ways. You probably don't see it, but hey, rest assured. Everything is fine here. Why don't you just look here and see for yourself on my days of work?" Katrina said. The soldiers were shocked to see the mission Katrina set out was successful. Iris, Thaljif, and Lunda were carrying Cruel Tepis, who was unconscious still. The little bat was still with them, but the three of them were smiling from ear to ear. Briar smiled at this and looked up at Katrina, and Katrina began to strip off the uniform, where she revealed to be wearing a beautiful white tank shirt with a keyhole in the back of her top. The top was long enough and it resembled a tunic. She wore also powder blue pants and also some really nice shoes. And her hair was a flow and not braided. She managed to get to ground level and took steps backwards. But she looked like she was doing a catwalk backwards towards the balcony as she said, "You will not take me down, noble vampires, and not even you, Kureto Haragi. I know exactly who you are and what you are. You're not going to take me alive that easily." You hear that? That is the sound of my victory. The soldiers were prepared. It was all a big blur, but Katrina managed to get on top of the balcony, leaped down from it, and ran out of sight. The soldiers managed to get down to safe and try to run after her. Katrina was faster. She also saw the vampires were closing in on her. And that's when Katrina tapped her heels together, found herself levitating up in the air, and then she turned to face them as the darkened sky became the breaking dawn, and the sun was glowing so much that it managed to give off a glare for everyone, and she managed to disappear into the light thanks to the portal device she had. Also, the trio managed to get Cruel Tempest back. Katrina looked over. She was surprised by the vampire queen. She looks just like a child, but she must be a 1,000-year-old vampire too. I can't believe it. How many vampires are out there to exterminate? I don't know how they manage to get a lot of them to be vampires. I don't know how she got herself into this mess. But she's safe now. Nobody's ever gonna hurt her. Never again. Thought Katrina. Then she began to notice someone had entered, and it was none other than Lizzie Days, the one that works in the blood banks unit. "Hey, you're Lizzie Days, aren't you? The new girl?" Yeah. I'm just great. While you're here, I know this is too much of you, but can you get us some blood bags? She looks like she hadn't been drinking a lot in days, and I just want to give her something." "Oh, okay. Sure. I'll be right back. I just had to pick up something and then I'll be going." Katrina nodded. "Great. Thank you. You are such a big help." This made Lizzie smile. "Thanks." "I'll be right back. I promise." Well, that's it for now, but don't worry. We got more coming your way. I'm Catherine Donovan, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.